Okay, I'll give you one picture. I'm a full licence holder. I passed my test 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I don't look old enough, but...
Of course you don't.
I'm a paying customer here, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a full licence holder who passed my test about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a job assessment tomorrow, so this is the only lesson I'm going to get. And the reason why I booked my lesson with you is that my wife's got the same car as you, so I'm familiar with the controls, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, this examiner who's doing the assessment,
Mm-hmm.
I've been told he's really strict on this progress, hesitancy, normal road positioning.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So my name's Tony. So, unless you've got any questions, introduce yourself and...
Okay. All right. Hi, Tony. My name's Saira. How are you?
Hi, Saira. Nice to meet you.
Good. Your previous instructor's gone off playing golf, I believe, today, so I'll be taking your
Well, he's
lessons.
been playing a long time because he's been dead 20 years. He died just after I passed my test.
Oh, so yeah, you're a full licence holder. You forgot to say. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to be. I believe that you got an assessment coming up soon.
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well, what we'll do is you were saying something that you need to be. You're assessed on your normal, your progress and normal driving position and hesitancy today.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep it. We'll commence the lesson doing those things today. Keep an eye on those things today and see how you get on.
All right.
And before we start, what is your understanding of sort of progress?
Oh, getting on with it, being business-like.
Okay. Yeah.
Where it's safe to do so.
Brilliant. Okay. And normal driving position? What's your understanding of normal driving position?
Oh, I stay about a metre from the curb or the middle of the lane. Or
Okay.
as you encourage me or whatever.
Okay, that's good. And hesitancy, what's your understanding of hesitancy?
Oh, that's when you're driving like Miss Daisy and dodging around the junctions and roundabouts, isn't it?
Yeah. That's he's like him. He was coming shooting for us, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not hesitant at all. Okay, so good. Okay, and how many hours or how much do you drive during the
I drive every day.
You drive every day?
Yeah.
So you're driving all the time?
Yeah,
How many sort of hours or minutes? Or?
Oh, I'm driving 50 miles to work and 50 miles back, so I'm doing quite a fair mileage.
Excellent. So you're driving a lot then every day?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's good. That's brilliant. So that's good. Okay, well, if you set yourself up then,
All right, yeah.
we'll have a look at this drive.
Do this, I remember 20 years, DSM, innit?
DHSSM.
Oh, so pricky, yeah? You can remember DSM after 20 years. You can't even remember what you said 5 minutes ago, yeah?
All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
yeah.
so what can you see in that interior mirror, Tony?
Oh, I can see the whole of the back window.
Mm-hmm.
I can even see a bit of my headrest and a bit of your headrest.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay, and in your right door hand mirror?
Oh, I can see the door handles,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see right down the road. I can see a little bit of sky as well.
Excellent. And your left door hand mirror?
Oh, I can see right down the curb and I see a bit of sky.
Excellent, well done. Okay, so if you start yourself
All
up.
And left.
And left, please.
You've been a driving instructor for long, then?
Yeah, I've been teaching for 10 years now.
You don't look old enough.
Oh, plastic surgery does wonders, Tony.
No, the Botox, is it?
Yeah, it's something like that.
We get many smiles at you today, then. Yeah, it's money for old Rob, isn't it, sitting there doing nothing all day?
Pardon?
It's money for old Rob, isn't it, sitting there doing nothing all day?
Okay. Okay, so, yeah.
Traffic lights, right.
At the traffic lights, turn right, please. So you're nervous about the assessment tomorrow?
No, I'm a really good driver.
Oh, that's good.
It's the accessory wants to be nervous.
It's quite clear road ahead of us, Tony. And what's the speed limit on this road?
30.
Yeah, so we're going about 27, aren't we? Here, so
I'm doing 30 on my speed limit.
okay, that's fine.
And turning right.
And we're turning right, please. Okay, Tony, just come off the gas a bit. Just keep it about 15-20 miles an hour. Yeah. No, it's the 30-mile road. Yes, that's right. But because we've got cars on both sides, Tony, just got to make sure that because there's a tight space, you know, we keep the pace slow here. Because obviously there could be kids running around or anything like that here. Because you just had some school signs just back there. So we just want to make sure that we keep our speed about 15 miles an hour here. It's very important, Tony, because there's vehicles parked on both sides.
End left.
End left, please. Yeah, because if there was a child running across, and you were going at 30 miles an hour here, Tony, would you be able to stop in the distance to be clear?
No, I get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah?
I never thought about the distance to the sides.
Yeah. So there could be a car just pulling out, and if you were coming shooting at 30 miles an hour on that sort of tight space, the consequence of that would be that you'd probably hit into the back of them, wouldn't you? Because you wouldn't be able to stop in the distance to see
Next left.
clear. And the next left, please, Tony. Yeah, especially where there's signs of children there. Kids could be running in. Pedestrians cross out anyway, don't they? So you've got to make sure that you can stop within a safe distance to be clear. To be clear. And obviously, vehicles behind you. So what the speed limit here? It's
30.
Yeah, it's obviously again we've got parked cars on both sides here, so want to make sure you can stop within the distance to be clear.
What would be a good question when I turn into that road?
Okay, so we've entered a new road, so assisting the new road situation.
Turning left.
Okay, so we turn left here, Tony.
Yeah, so what would you say is a good speed?
So what would be the good speed in a new road? Sorry, so what would be the...
Is your name Nico or is it Saira?
Saira.
Right.
Okay, so Tony, what speed are you going to be doing on this road?
Oh, I'm going to do no more than 15, 20.
Excellent. And why are you doing no more than that?
Well, I can see right down the end of the road, but
Yep.
I'm going to be able to see to the sides as well, haven't I?
Yeah, and what are we looking for within these parked cars?
Cars could move out, doors could open, children could walk out.
Excellent, well done.
End left.
Okay.
After you had to stop in the distance, I can see to be clear, haven't I?
Excellent, brilliant. And why is it? Yeah, you just give me the reasons why. So although it's a 30 mile road here, because there's less space, Tony, we're going to keep the pace less as well. Okay?
Less space, less. Yeah, it's common, isn't it?
Less space.
Yeah.
It's obviously because we're looking right into the road ahead. Anybody could come out running here. Look at this. It's very tight here now. So you keep it at 15 miles an hour here, Tony.
I did tell you when we turned into a new road. Was a good question.
What speed are you going to do?
Eventually, you're going to have to start checking what I've learned, didn't you?
Okay.
Yeah, I made an error. Take it back to the phase 1 side, yeah?
Okay.
I should stop here for a minute. Yeah, so... Yeah, you picked up the fault well, you got me down to the speed, right? And then you just backed off, yeah?
Yeah.
Turning to the next road. You never said nothing.
Yeah. I want to continue it, yeah. Okay. So we're entering a new road here, Tony. So what's the speed on this road?
30.
Okay, so do you think it's...
Oh yeah, plenty of room to do 30 here, haven't I?
It's a wider road,
Yeah.
clear vision ahead of us, we can see right ahead.
Next left.
And next left. So we're going to enter a new road here. So what are you going to be doing then? What are you looking for in a new road? So what speed are you going to keep it at?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. So what do you see here then, Tony? What are you going to do?
Oh yeah, I'd say about 20, 25 here, isn't it?
Okay. And how are you judging that then?
On the amount of room I've got. I've got
Excellent.
time to stop at this so I can see to be clear.
Brilliant.
I
Well
was getting a
done.
bit tired now, isn't it?
Yeah. Now. So what are you going to do
I'll
now?
bring it down
Then?
to 20.
Excellent. Brilliant. Well done. And what is the reason why you're bringing it to 20 then?
Now, if somebody walked out behind those cars or one of those cars moved away, or the door might even open,
Excellent.
I've got to be able to stop, haven't I?
And what about those little Johns running up to and fro across these roads here?
That's what I said.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent, well done. It's a very good old saying. Less space, less pace.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. although it's a 30-mile road, but you know, you can't always, you know, keep to 30 mile an hour here because obviously of the situations, the hazards that we have.
End left.
And at the end of the road, turn left, please. So again, what are you doing here on your road then? Just think, what mile would you be doing here then on a road like this?
What's the speed limit then?
What's the speed limit?
The speed limit's 30.
Yeah. Do you think it's safe to do 30 on this road then?
Oh yeah, loads of room, isn't it?
Thanks, Sam. You can see
No parked cars.
no parked cars, clear. Vision's very clear,
Yeah.
head into the road.
Yeah.
Excellent, well done. Okay, well I'll leave that to you and see how you get on then.
Okay.
See if we're getting the hang on that. Okay, steer towards you, Tony, a little bit and straighten up. Yeah, Tony, I just noticed that you went too quite close to the curb there.
Did I?
Yeah, you did, and I had to make you steer towards yourself a little bit and straighten up there. Reason why it's important that we're not too close to the curb there, because if there was a cyclist there alongside us, you could actually squash into him.
No, I knew there was no cyclist there.
Okay, well, you don't want to overhang the curb because you could actually mount your tyres and the car could actually spin all the way around, cause yourself an accident if you touch that curb too close, or you even clip the curb, your tyres would be damaged as well. So you want to make sure you're in the centre of your normal driving position. How are you judging that then, Tony, being in your normal driving position?
20 years of experience.
20 years of experience, excellent. I can give you a couple of reference points for that. See that little wear mark in the centre of your driving lane here?
Ah, right.
If you keep both, you imagine both your tyres on either side, equally of these either side, that'll also make you, because you're in your normal driving position now, that'll make you continue in your normal driving position.
Ah, right, yeah.
Although another way to judge it is
Next right.
and the next right, please.
Honestly.
Okay, and the other way we could do, there's a couple of reference points I could give you actually. Once we're on the road, I'll guide you. Okay, so we're in our normal driving position here. So see where the curb it cuts into the car here.
Yeah.
Without without your hands coming, without taking your hands off the steering wheel or pointing. Round about left, please.
Yeah.
We've just passed this way again. I'd like you to tell me where the straight bit of the curb cuts into the car. So do it on this one. Okay, so without taking your hand off the steering wheel or or pointing, can you just tell me where the straight part of the curb?
I'll just get straight.
Yeah, we'll get straight.
Oh yeah, near that bobbly bit.
Okay, near that bobbly bit. Okay, well, that's another way of judging being in the
right.
centre lane of your driving lane for normal driving position. There's another way as well. Also, I mean, if you look into your side door mirrors, you see where this centre line is in your right door hand mirror, and the curb in your left door hand mirror. If your car's in between both sides, in the middle of both those lanes, sort of lines, you'll know that you're also in the middle of your normal driving position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you put your eyes on full beam ahead, and just follow your eyes where your steering goes, that'll also help you. You know.
Next right.
Next right, please. Judge your normal driving position.
Right.
Yeah. The importance of that is that you don't want to be too close to the curb, Tony, because obviously if you clip the curb with your tyres, you can really seriously damage your tyres, and also the car can actually spin and face the opposite direction, or you can hit onto oncoming vehicles in front.
I suppose there's no chance we got up on the curb and killed a pedestrian, is there?
And also, yeah, if there's a cyclist or a pedestrian on that curb, you most likely can run into them as well. This is very dangerous. So it's very important to be in your normal driving position, and use those sort of reference points that I've given you, whichever one suits you best. Whichever one you feel comfortable with. That will help you.
If you ask, you might find out.
Yeah. So how are you judging?
Turning left.
No, we're turning left, please.
Go on, start it off with the proper question, yeah.
Okay, Tony. So
what's your
normal driving position then?
Oh, middle of my lane if it's a dual carriageway, or a metre from the curb.
Excellent. How are you judging that then, Tony?
Oh, I'm using those wear marks on the road that you gave me. I found them very useful.
Okay, but if we didn't have those wear marks, because on certain new roads where they're tarmacked it again, how would you?
I can back it up with that reference point, can't I?
Oh, where that bobbly bit came.
Yeah.
Excellent, well done, that's good. Okay, well Tony, I'll leave that to you and see how you get on. Sorry, yeah. So what's the consequences of not being in your normal driving position?
Oh, you mean too close to the curb?
Being too close to the curb, yes.
Oh yeah, well, I do seem to get a lot of punctures, so that might have something to do with it as well.
Oh,
Thinking of a
yeah.
lot of rubbish.
Yeah. Being too close to the
But I think if I
curb.
hit the curb, you said I could spin the car around?
Yeah, and what was the other thing, the most important? Pedestrians?
Oh yeah, I could kill pedestrians, couldn't I?
Well done, excellent. So it's very important to be in our normal driving position, yeah? Okay, well what I'll do is I'll leave that with you. I'll see how you get on with that, yeah?
Okay, right.
Brilliant. So is this assessment for all your colleagues or just for yourself?
No, I get a better company car.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well, we'll make sure we get you going on this
And
assessment.
turning left.
And turning
Yeah,
left.
it's a nice car.
Well, that's really good. You looking forward to it?
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll get that.
Yeah, I've never
Pass
had
that assessment.
I've never had a Daihatsu.
That's really good.
They offered me an Audi, but I said no, they're rubbish.
An Audi? You don't like Audis?
Nah, rubbish. Girls' car. How am I going to turn left?
And we're going to turn left, please. Okay, so pop it in first gear and keep going.
I'm just getting it ready first, isn't it?
Okay. Okay, Tony, just back there, you just popped it in first gear, put the handbrake on, and then you selected first gear and stopped. How are you judging stopping at these junctions then? How are you judging to go?
Oh, no problem with judging when to go.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to stop and put the handbrake on so I make sure I get first gear properly.
Okay, well you're a bit hesitant there for going. What we want to do on the next one, on the next junction, I'd like you to, just before we come to the junction, about 1.5 car lengths, I want you to roll it into first gear, and just so that enables you to prepare the car to stop, but prepare yourself to go at the same time. So at this roundabout, I'd like you to, about 1.5 car lengths before that, I'd like you to roll it into first gear
And turning left.
and turning left. So just about here, roll it into first gear without putting the handbrake on. How'd that feel?
Yeah, right, yeah.
That enables you to stop, prepare the car to stop and go at
And
prepare
we're
to go at the
gonna
same
turn
time. And we're going to turn left again, please. That allows you to not hesitate and waste time at that junction, because vehicles behind you, Tony, may think that, what's he doing? I mean, it's quite clear for him to go, but yet you've just stopped, and they may think that, you know, they're
right.
with, and right, please. And they're also watching you. If it's clear to go at that junction, they'll probably think that you're going to take that opportunity and do the same.
Oh, right,
But
yeah.
you waiting there,
Yeah.
they'll obviously hit in the back of you, won't they?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So on the next one, I'll guide you, because obviously we don't want to be waiting around if it's clear to go.
Oh, right.
Yeah? Because vehicles behind us might get very frustrated with you, and then obviously decide to overtake you.
End right.
And at the end, right then, Tony. So roll it into first gear
Oh, right.
and just
Oh, the handbrake on?
nope, keep it in brake. Then okay, so we'll go. Go.
Oh, I can always tell when to go, right?
So how are you judging to go then?
Just know when to go. You know, when I learned to drive 20 years ago, every time we're stopped, we were told to put the handbrake on.
Yeah, well, your brake would be sufficient for that. I mean, the only time you'd put the handbrake on, Tony, if you were on an incline or uphill, then yes, we'd put the handbrake on to prevent the car from rolling
I'm
back.
not being hesitant now, am I?
Well, just back there you were hesitant. You know, like with the with you putting the handbrake into gear into neutral, handbrake on, then back into, just to save yourself time. If you just before coming to that
Oh, I don't mind wasting time. Am I going to be out driving on the roads all day? I've got a day to do it.
Yeah, I understand that, but vehicles behind you might get frustrated, Tony.
Right, yeah.
So you don't want them to get frustrated and overtake you, and then you're going to be going at the same time as them, and then you'll have an accident, wouldn't you?
Oh, so that's the kind of hesitancy, is it?
Yeah.
Not getting myself prepared.
No, hesitancy isn't that. No, it's just
Yeah, turning right.
and turning right, please. So that was me just making you prepare yourself in first gear.
No, it's not hesitancy.
No, that's not hesitant. That's just making you prepare yourself into first gear.
I don't have to worry about it on the assessment tomorrow then, do I?
Well, we can see how you keep going on. It's just that when we're coming to at a junction, what I'd like you to do is just roll it into first gear, and then that will just enable you to prepare yourself to stop and go at the same time. It's just easier, isn't it?
So I was being hesitant then.
Yeah, you were. Okay. That just saves you time for, putting it in first gear, stopping and bringing it, putting the handbrake on and everything. But there's an easier way to just do it. Just roll it into first gear if it's clear to do so. Or sometimes you may be able to roll it in second gear and turn in right, please, and just continue.
Yeah, I noticed when I nipped down to the local shops, which is only half a mile down the road. It takes me an hour.
Yeah, because you keep stopping and then putting the handbrake on and waiting and then going.
Yeah, but I've never had an accident in my 20 years of driving.
No, I believe you. It's just for your own convenience, isn't it?
I've seen a few in the mirror behind me now.
What's that?
Accidents.
Oh, okay. What, caused by yourself?
Don't know. People keep swerving around all over the place behind me. I don't know why.
Because you're waiting there for too long.
Giving funny hand signals I've never seen in the highway code.
Okay, so that's probably because you've been waiting there unnecessarily.
Oh, it's my fault then, was it?
Yeah, it must have been your fault then, Tony, I'm afraid. Because when...
I know how to believe. Yeah, turning right.
And turning white, please.
Rolling into first gear.
Yeah. You're already prepared to stop and prepared to go.
I'll put a handbrake on here because I can't go anywhere, can I?
If you use your foot brake, that will suffice the car to be stopped.
Well, my wife's instructor told her if a pause becomes a wait, put the handbrake on.
Yes.
Is her instructor wrong?
Yeah, no, that's fine, yeah.
Because she's there with Alison as well.
Yeah, no, that's right, yeah. If a pause does become a wait, then yeah, you should put the handbrake on for safety, yeah. That's right. You're right. Otherwise, the consequence of that is if you're using your brake and your foot comes off the brake, you'll roll back, wouldn't you? The car behind you will obviously get hit.
Yeah, turning left at the lights.
And turning left at the lights, please.
Well, I find it annoying when I'm sitting behind people, especially in the dark, and we're sitting there for ages. They've got the brake lights, they've got a foot on the brake, and it really blinds you.
Sorry, say that again?
I find it really annoying when I'm driving in the dark, and you're sitting there at a set of traffic lights, and it's quite a long wait, and the people ahead of you, they hold the car on the foot brake instead of using the handbrake, and the brake lights are really blinding.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, that's why you'd use a handbrake sometimes.
Yeah.
To not blind the vehicles behind you. So what's the mile on this road, Tony?
What?
What's the speed on this road?
Oh, 40 years from now. T-shirt?
No, I was just asking you. I'll keep an eye, just double check with you.
Yeah, I'm very good at reading road signs.
Yeah, that's good.
Never miss one.
That's good stuff.
Repeat the sign there, saying.
Excellent, well done.
Signs painted on the road.
Wow.
You have to be blind to miss it, wouldn't it?
You've done really well in your 20 years of driving experience.
At the roundabout, straight on, please.
At the roundabout, straight on, please. Okay, keep going then, keep going. Put it in second gear. Alright, first gear now, Tony, keep going. Keep going, come on, it's clear, keep going.
I have to look there, haven't I?
You've got to look, but you could, if you were planning well ahead to the approach to the roundabout, Tony, like we've got a roundabout now here. So if it's clear, we're going to check from our right, ahead, left, ahead, right. And if it's clear, we're going to keep going, okay? So bring your speed down. So keep going, then put it in second gear, keep going, Tony, keep going, come on, keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
So keep going. Yep. So very important, Tony. That
Yeah, but I have to get there first and then check right. It's a lot to do, isn't it? Right ahead, left ahead, right.
Yeah, Tony, we're checking right because obviously we have to give way to the right to vehicles on the roundabout on the right. We're checking ahead as well, Tony, because and checking left because those exits, vehicles may be coming around that roundabout.
Oh yeah, I don't mind doing the checks. I don't mind exercising my neck.
That's fine, Tony.
But it's a lot to do while I'm sitting there.
But if we're looking if we're planning well ahead into that roundabout and looking into it, we can help ourselves, Tony, because we can then use.
Oh, you mean look early?
Look early, well into that roundabout, approach to the roundabout. That will help you judge your speed.
You're a bit like my wife, you know. She goes around the houses as well.
Okay, well what we're doing is that when we're approaching a roundabout, Tony, we're looking.
You know, she said to me this morning.
What did she say?
She said, "What do you want for breakfast?" I said, "I'll have an egg." She said, "You're having cornflakes."
Okay, so we've got a roundabout again.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right at the roundabout, Tony. So what I want you to do is we're going to look well into this roundabout now, and we're going to look right, ahead, left, ahead, and right. Okay. And we're looking ahead and left also because we're using to see if any vehicles may block any vehicles from our right, and we could use them as blockers, what we call blockers, because they can help us and assist us in making judgment to just keep progressing onto that roundabout because they'll help block vehicles from our right. Okay, so come on, keep going, Tony. Come on, keep going.
There's a car coming.
Okay, there's a car coming now.
You're going to dick push or something.
Okay, so we'll go now.
Just be careful with the old roll. Keep going, Tony. Keep going. Make sure
It's clear, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Tony, we're looking right, ahead and left, ahead and right again. So we're scanning all around that roundabout to make sure that any vehicles from our left or ahead may sort of block any vehicles from our right.
Yeah, you mentioned about blockers. I thought they were tablets that you take.
No, they're blockers. They're what are called blockers, and they actually can, in fact, help assist you to make progress on those roundabouts because they block vehicles from your right, and then you can make progress. Couldn't you? You could just use that as a chance to go.
Right.
Now, if you're hesitant there, Tony, while there's a blocker past you, or held past, or sort of past, the vehicles behind may think that okay, he's using the opportunity to go, and they'll expect you to go. But if you waited there and were hesitant there, vehicles behind may think okay, he's going to take that chance. Obviously he'll just be following behind what you're doing. If you stopped there, he wouldn't expect you to stop there and actually hit in the back of you, Tony.
Right.
I guess it's important when there's a chance to go, take the chance and go. Don't wait, because vehicles behind will obviously get frustrated. May swerve and
Yeah, but they get frustrated anyway because I was doing 40 along. I was doing spot on 40 along that road, and that Audi driver, you know what these Audi drivers are like. He went past me about 60 miles an hour. Does that mean I wasn't making progress then?
No, that doesn't mean that. It's just that he was in a hurry, obviously. But
oh, if I'm in a hurry, I'm allowed to break the speed limit, am I?
no, he was in a hurry. Well, yeah, you shouldn't break the speed limit. No.
He was in the wrong then.
Yeah, he was obviously in the wrong. Yeah, but
yeah, because he made me feel like I might have been holding him up.
No, you weren't holding him up. You were doing actually right. You just ease off. If you see somebody actually trying to overtake you, then what you need to do is ease off the gas.
Oh yeah, I know what to do. Yeah,
bring your speed down a bit.
Yeah, I saw him
and then just let them pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously then you can force them onto the oncoming vehicles, couldn't you?
Oh, I knew all that.
Yeah.
My wife always says, don't teach your granny to suck eggs.
So yeah. Got this horrible cough.
Yeah?
Yeah. So yeah, why is it important that we're not waiting unnecessarily at these roundabouts then, Tony? Or at these junctions?
Well, if I get that Audi behind me, I'm going to get my car written off, or your car written off, haven't I?
Yep, that's right. So at these roundabouts, obviously we're scanning into the roundabout well ahead before we approach it. So we're looking to our right, ahead, left, ahead and right.
Yeah.
And then we're going to use those ahead and left exits to see if if it's clear, if any vehicles are coming round,
Right.
to block our exit, block our
At
vehicles
the
from the right.
roundabout, we're going to turn right.
And at the roundabout, we're going to turn right. So we're going to let you. So where are we going to check then, Tony?
Right ahead,
Uh-huh.
left ahead, right.
Okay, so we're looking into the roundabout now. So
He would have been a blocker if I was
yeah,
a bit closer, wouldn't he?
excellent. And then you could keep going, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah. Car coming. So and on occasions like this, because we can't really
No
see
blocker
into the
there.
roundabout.
Yeah, I see what you get there. If I'd have got there at the same time as him and the other one, then he would have blocked him.
Yeah, you would have blocked them, and then that would have made
That's
you.
really helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you could have made progress, couldn't
Yeah.
you? Use that spot and just made progress. Because again, if in situations like that, when that does happen, vehicles behind you may assume or will think that you're going to use that
Yeah.
opportunity and will decide to just come right behind you. But if you broke and stayed there unnecessarily, what's the consequence of that? What will happen, Tony? He'll hit.
He'd run the back of me or
Exactly.
trying around me, wouldn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel a brand new Daihatsu coming on.
Sure you will get that Daihatsu. Otherwise I could have offered you my Audi, but you don't like Audi, do you?
No, I like the 1 litre Daihatsu.
Okay. Yeah, so in fact these blockers and these roundabouts, they actually in fact help you, so it's very important to look well into the roundabout and just see
Yeah,
that
nobody
they-
ever told me that before. They just
No?
said give way to the right.
Although it is give way to the right, but these exits, the other exits that we're looking into, they also can assist you, couldn't they?
Yeah,
Because they act as the blockers, don't they?
yeah.
Gives you a chance. If they block your right exit, off we go. We keep making progress.
Yeah.
So we're not holding anyone behind us, Tony. And no one's going to be frustrated with us because obviously no one's going to hit into the back of us because we're not being hesitant, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're planning well into that roundabout, looking well into that roundabout. Okay. It's all about anticipation, planning well ahead, Tony.
And the test centre's now moved into this garage car park, so we're going to turn back into the test centre.
Okay. So we're just going to move.
And just get me
test
drive forward into a bay at the end, please.
Okay. So we'll just drive into a bay into this 10 second please. Yeah. So any bay you want to choose.
Oh, thank you. So we're going to pass this assessment then?
Well, how did you feel about the lesson today? Do you think you learned something today?
I feel like for the last 20 years I've been causing a bit of chaos on the roads, really.
Those cars swerving around the back.
Well, in some places I was driving too fast,
Okay.
and because I was always judging on a distance I could see to be clear ahead. And it's not that I'm stupid, but I just never realised that what happened to the sides is just as important, isn't it?
Mhm.
But you know, once you told me that, then I found that made common sense.
Mhm.
Because I've had a couple of occasions where I've had to do emergency stops on these roads because the doors opened or a car's moved off, and I've got annoyed at them, but it's pretty much my fault as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So if it was less space, Tony, what would we do?
Less pace.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah, and then I didn't realise I was driving so close to the car. I hope I haven't damaged your tyres.
No. I thought I saved my tyres. Made you move away.
Yeah, I'm always wondering why my wife, you know, when I'm driving along, she keeps moving over, sitting on my knee. I thought it's because she still loves me after 30 years of marriage.
Bless her.
But maybe it's the fact that I'll be fighting her.
Could possibly
Yeah,
be, Tony. Yeah, could possibly be. Yeah.
Yeah, so I found that reference point, and those wear marks in the road really
Helpful.
work well.
Okay.
Them roundabouts, cool. I've wasted my whole life stopping at them, haven't I?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you've learnt something today. I'm glad you've achieved. You've learnt something today.
If I'd have had to be doing that years ago,
We've got home faster to your wife, eh?
Well, I could have learned how to play golf at the end of the day, couldn't I?
Of course you could have.
No, it makes sense, but you know, nobody ever told me about blockers.
Oh.
Looking early,